The train station in Chiang Mai was crowded with families, tourists, and students clutching tickets with nervous excitement. Thanakorn stood quietly near the platform, his suitcase neatly packed, his posture straight but his eyes betraying a swirl of emotions. He wasn't the type to show much. His friends back home often teased him for being the calm one, the boy who never raised his voice, who preferred listening to speaking. But today, even he couldn't hide the tremor in his chest. Bangkok was waiting, and with it, a life he had only imagined. Beside him, May was the opposite picture. Her laughter rang out as she waved dramatically at her parents, who were trying to hold back tears. She had always been the extrovert, the girl who could walk into any room and make it brighter. Thanakorn had known her since primary school, and though they were different in every possible way, their friendship had endured. She was the spark, he was the steady flame. Together, they balanced each other. Come on, Thanakorn, May nudged him with her elbow, grinning. Don't look so serious. We're not going to war. We're going to university. Business administration, big city life, freedom. Aren't you excited? He gave a small smile. I am. Just thinking. You're always thinking, she teased, rolling her eyes. That's why you need me. I'll make sure you don't get stuck in your head all the time. The whistle blew, and the train doors opened. They boarded, finding their seats among other students heading south. As the train pulled away, Chiang Mai's familiar mountains faded into the distance. Thanakorn felt a pang of homesickness already, but May leaned out the window, shouting goodbye to the city as if it were a person. He couldn't help but chuckle. This was the beginning of something new. The journey south was long, but May filled it with chatter. She talked about the food stalls she wanted to try in Bangkok, the clubs she wanted to join, the people she was sure they'd meet. Thanakorn listened, occasionally adding a quiet comment. He liked hearing her plans. It made the future feel less daunting. At one point, May pulled out a notebook and began sketching a list. Okay, first week goals, she announced. 1. Eat at a night market. 2. Join at least one club. 3. Make at least 5 new friends. 4. Drag Thanakorn out of his room at least twice a week. He raised an eyebrow. You're making goals for me now? Of course, she said cheerfully. Left to your own devices, you just sit in the library all day. I'm saving you from yourself. He shook his head, amused. Maybe the library isn't so bad. Not when you're 20 and in Bangkok, she declared. Trust me, you'll thank me later. When they finally arrived at Hua Lamphong Station, the sheer size of Bangkok hit them. The city was alive in a way Chiang Mai never was. Neon lights, endless traffic, skyscrapers towering above. Thanakorn felt small, but May's eyes sparkled. This is it, she whispered, almost reverently. Our new world. They parted ways to settle into their condos. Thanakorn's was modest, shared with 2 other students he hadn't met yet. May's was across town, a newer building with a view of the bustling streets below. Thanakorn dragged his suitcase into the condo lobby, where he was greeted by a cheerful receptionist. Room 12B, she said, handing him the key. He climbed the stairs, heart pounding. When he opened the door, 2 boys looked up from the couch. One had a wide grin, messy hair, and was holding a game controller. Hey, you must be the new roommate. I'm Kiet. The other was sitting upright, a book in his hand, his expression serious. Anan, he said simply, nodding. Thanakorn introduced himself, feeling a wave of relief. They seemed welcoming, even if different. Kiet cracked jokes immediately, trying to make him laugh, while Anan asked about his background with polite formality. Thanakorn realized he had lucked out. These were good people. Meanwhile, May was unpacking in her condo. She hummed to herself, arranging clothes, when a knock came at her door. She opened it to find a girl with short, dyed hair and a mischievous smile. Hi, the girl said breathlessly. Sorry to bother you. I'm Dao, next door. Do you happen to have instant noodles? I just realized I don't have any and it's midnight. May blinked, then burst out laughing. That's the best introduction ever. Come in, I've got plenty. Dao grinned, stepping inside. She looked around curiously, her energy filling the room. May felt an instant spark. Dao was bubbly, artistic, the kind of person who seemed to live in color. As they ate noodles together, May found herself leaning closer, intrigued. Listen to the story on channel BL Stories Land.